What's up, DC? Welcome back to the Connect Network TV. Right here, you're watching Major Impact on the DCW Channel 50. So, ladies, December is here. And if you are an entrepreneur, if you are a business owner, it is time to knock it out the block. The last month of 2023. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, Terry, I'm really excited for today's show. We are always bringing you the best of the best, and today's show is no different because these guests are definitely making a major impact.
Before we get into all that, we need to slide into Diddy and Cassie's DM and talk about some hot topics, okay? So even though it's a couple of weeks old, we're going to have to revisit and talk about this situation. So the scandal, okay? So Cassie filed a lawsuit against Diddy, claiming some rape and some misconduct. But the kicker, the scandal, the tea is that immediately this was settled by Diddy, and the rumors, we can't say, but the rumors that could be upwards of $30 million to settle this immediately by Diddy. So, ladies, queens, what are your thoughts about this? Do you think these allegations are true?
Yes.
No hesitation.
You know, like y'all, we have our intuition, right? I have never met Diddy in my life, but I have friends who have gone to his mansion parties. You know, he gives me the it. I don't believe that Cassie, she has this whole life, kids, everything now. I don't believe that she would come out this many years later to relive this pain if it wasn't true. I really believe that she needed to release this. And who settles in 24 hours unless it's true?
So I'm a little torn. I wasn't in the situation. I don't know the details. And I know there's always three sides to every story: his, hers, and the truth. However, it's really interesting that when I was reading about this, there were allegations that she tried to go to him before filing a lawsuit to settle the matter, and his lawyers refused. They actually kind of prompted her to file the lawsuit because they weren't willing to pay her prior to the lawsuit. And she's apparently working on a tell-all book or some way of telling her story. This also coincided with a law in New York that's supposed to make it a little bit more required timely reporting of such assault, so that women's rights in the future might be impacted on how long you have before you file and how long you can pursue damages. Yeah. So there was a lot of pressure for her to get this out in the open, and his lawyers were not willing to settle prior to her making it public. But I totally agree. It's suspect that as soon as the evidence was filed in public record, then you want to immediately follow suit with settling. That's a little disturbing. And that's a fact that nobody can refute because we know it happened. She publicly acknowledged that there is a agreement in place, and so has his team.
Actually, I agree with you both, ladies. I'm like right in the middle. And mind you, just the fact that we have brands, we're business owners, we're growing. So you do become a target. Like, let's be honest. Sometimes people will throw things out there because they do know that you may have the means, you may not want that kind of publicity. So what I will say is that, this is a very serious topic. And so if you have been a victim, seek counsel, make sure that you handle it the way that you feel is best for you. But I'm just personally not so quick to always to say that somebody is right or wrong, when at the end of the day, look, none of us were there. We know that there's a whole lot of gray area when it comes to the industry. So if they're happy, then I'm happy.
I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, let's see what happens next. But you know what? There's some other hot couples out there in the news. Can we talk about Will and Jada and how this incident sort of took the heat off of them?
I mean, I did notice that, right? Like, this news has taken the heat off of them. Will Smith is also facing really concerning allegations about having a homosexual relationship with actor Dwayne Martin, y'all know, during his marriage to Jada Pinkett. And to be honest, this is not the first time I'm hearing this. I feel like these rumors have been going on for years. Were you ladies surprised by these stories or not so much? I was a little bit surprised this time because it seemed more detailed, but I don't know. What do y'all think?
Look, according to her and his book, because I've read his memoir as well, they're a very communicative couple. The whole sharing partners or having that open relationship thing is, according to them, not exactly what they agree to. So it's hard when you read her book to believe the rumors. But what I will say is she did give examples of when they do communicate, when they desire to be with another partner and they agree to that. So if the rumors are true, I would suspect that she knew about it, he knew about it, and that was their business, right?
I will say this, they seem like they're genuinely friends. Like above all else, like, we don't know what's going on with the marriage, but they seem like they're genuinely friends. And that's where you see Jada kind of jumping to defend them, because at the end of the day, they have spent years together. They have built the empire and they are co-parenting. So at the very least, it sounds like they have a foundation of friendship. And maybe that's where you see some of this, everything is not quite right, but I'm gonna jump in and not let y'all dog my man. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody.
I feel like everything with them is a ploy to sell more books, So when I saw this come out, I'm like, well, I'm not surprised because this is still in the midst of Jada's launch, anything to continue to sell. And my thing is, Will has such a decorated history of success. I don't know why they feel they need to resort to drama and gossip and tea and, all the things to sell, because he's genuinely talented. Jada as well is genuinely talented. I mean, this is like a Black family that, we should aspire to be, but I don't think anybody wants to be like them. I don't. I definitely
So speaking of less drama, right? So talking about social media. So our next guest is shaking the internet up. Our viral sensation, Nikki Saunders, is coming up next, and she has all the tips on how to incorporate AI into your business. So if you are an entrepreneur, if you're looking to grow your brand, you do not want to miss these tips coming up next. We'll be right back. 95% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. It is sad. And one of the number one reasons is because of the lack of capital. Hi, winners. My name is Terry Kauser, and I'm a credit expert. And I specialize in helping entrepreneurs and investors leverage their personal and business credit to get $100,000 and more in funding super fast. I can't wait to share with you on The Connect Show. So welcome back to Major Impact on the Connect Network TV, where we're bringing you inspiring individuals who are making a major impact on the world. And up first, we have the content branding guru, Miss Nikki Saunders, in the building. Welcome, Nikki!
What's poppin'? What's goody?
Hey!
Ladies?
Yes, so I have to be honest, I love me some Nikki. She has helped me tremendously, but I'm gonna let y'all get to know her. So from content to your podcast to your ton of viral moments and building up other brands, not to mention 165,000 followers on Instagram. I wanted you to take us back though, and for us to get to know your incredible journey. So how did you start this journey? And when you got on social media, what were you looking to actually do?
I ain't gonna lie. I had no intentions on being on social media. Ain't gonna hold you, right? So I started in the Navy. I was in the Navy for 9 years, right? And transitioning out of it, I didn't know exactly what to do. So I started looking at the internet, started going through YouTube, and I had this really loud individual yelling at me on my YouTube videos. And some of y'all may know him is Dr. Eric Thomas, E.T. the hip hop preacher, right? He started yelling at me about doing certain things. I ended up in his online community and being at every single event, just serving however I can do. Like, yo, you want me to bring people inside the event? You want me to go get you food, whatever. But in the meantime, I was creating content. For some reason, I just really loved taking his voice and putting it towards like different pieces of content, like different football videos, just matching it all together. And they were like, yo, you want to take over our social media? And I was like, sure. I mean, I'm addicted to it. Might as well. So I got it at like 300K, right? When he gave me the social media, and like in a year and a half, I grew it to like 2 million followers just by, taking care of the content, not necessarily all the tricks and all that vibes. It was just really just taking care of the content and listening to the audience. So that's kind of how I got into what I was doing. And then it just blew up to like, Nikki, we want you to tell us what you did. And I'm like, you want to hear from me? I'm an introvert. Like, you sure? And it just blew up from there.
So I want to tap into some of your more recent strategies when you've been talking about AI, because you're bringing incredible tips to the space. And I know that a lot of people should be using AI to build their businesses. So what are some of your tips?
So first, we got to remember that AI is not here to replace us. It's just supposed to enhance us and allow us to get our time back, right? So a lot of people are like, yo, I'm going to lose my job, or, oh, I can replace everybody on my team right now. That's the big thing, especially if you like your business owner. So it's not there just yet, but it's crazy what it could do. For instance, you know, my business owners and my entrepreneurs that are starting in the game that need a graphic designer, there's a tool called Dolly 3 that's actually in ChatGPT, where you literally can go, hey, I need like an Instagram post of a female on social media, and this is going to promote my services that I'm a social media consultant, a social media manager, whatever, right? And it could create that. And if you don't like it or you want to add on to it, it's like chatting with it. So now you're having multiple different graphics without necessarily paying a graphic designer. It even adds text to it, right? Also, for my podcasters or people with long form videos, Terry knows this one, I'm big on Opus Clip, right? Opus Clip, we're told to like, yo, we always have to have consistent content. We always got to put content out all the time, but we're not really necessarily told how. So this tool actually allows you to take one video and it clips it up into like 20 different small vertical videos that you could put on social media. It could actually schedule it out to you. It has all the really dope captions. So with AI, everything, I look at it more now like this is my media team, right?
Yes.
This is my editor. This is my graphic designer. This is my copywriter with ChatGPT. I'm getting into the YouTube game, like my personal channel. So now I have a YouTube backend person, like a YouTube manager with Taja AI. So there's a tool for everything. We just got to be open-minded to it.
Before we go, can you just tell us a little bit about your podcast? And then after that, drop all the handles, please, so people can follow you on social.
I got you. Nikki and Moose is one of the best podcasts for any creativepreneur, entrepreneur, aspiring entrepreneur, because it breaks down some of your favorite like influencers and celebrities and how they did it. And so the regular smegulars like us can learn from them. Some of the best tips that are on the internet, we talk about those. So anything from growing a brand, turning it into an empire, that's what Nikki and Moose is about. Plus, follow me at This Is Nikki, NICKY with an S at the end. Don't give me the NIKKI, please. NICKY. S at the end on all platforms, YouTube, Instagram. I'm heavy on Instagram. I ain't gonna hold you, but YouTube is starting to be my baby. We outside now. So go find me on YouTube.
Thank you so much, Nikki. So real quick. So do you think that all entrepreneurs should be podcasting?
No.
Oh, that was quick.
That is great. Everybody has a voice, but we don't necessarily always have to hear all the voices.
Yes.
So, and especially if you can't be consistent. That's just a real thing. If you can't see the topic that you're talking about and speaking about it for 5 years, don't even bother getting into podcasting, because podcasting it will humble you. You will like, yo, I'm about to quit. I ain't here for this. Like I'm at 163 and I'm like, yo, 200 is far. 200 is far, right? It's something that I do agree people should put in there as a goal eventually, but only if you could. It's not for everybody.
So Nikki, thank you so much for being there. Thank you for dropping all those nuggets and being just being super humble and just always giving so much information. We appreciate you for being here with us today.
Appreciate y'all.
We love her. She is amazing. So don't go far, DMV, because when we come back, we'll be speaking with the former president of the well-known modeling agency, Wilhelmina. And after selling that business, she launched her own skincare brand called Gleam Beauty. So we are talking all things skincare next. See you soon.
watching the Connect Network TV right here on the WDCW Channel 50. And we are back with former president of the well-known modeling agency, Wilhelmina. Today she is the founder of Gleam Beauty. Please help us welcome to the show, Marlene Wallace.
Thanks so much for having me, ladies.
Welcome. So, Marlene, after 2 decades in the modeling industry, you sold your company in 2020 and ventured off into the world of skincare with your incredible line called Gleam Beauty. How did you know it was time to sell your business?
Well, the whole time I was at Wilhelmina, for the 20 years I was there, all I heard models talking about was their skin. And I'm someone that had breast cancer. So to see what happened to my skin during the 5 years of treatment, I had a lot to say about skin as well. So I thought I wanted to found a med spa. So I became an esthetician, certified LED, certified laser, oncology, skincare, et cetera. And that evolved into Gleam Beauty.
Oh, I love that. That's an interesting way to transition.
So what would you say were some of your best tips or advice you've been given over the years that you really wish more women knew?
Well, I remember early on in my corporate days at American Express, I had a meeting with a very senior person. And, I was in my 20s, very intimidated. And of course, I started out by saying, I have a stupid question. To which he responded, and I always hear it ringing in my ear, there's no such thing as a stupid question, only a stupid answer. And asking questions of people is such a great learning experience. It's something so simple, and people are self-conscious about asking because you feel like it shows your stupidity. Well, I go around showing my stupidity as often as possible.
So I love that. And the holidays are here and people are ready to shop. So let's talk about your products. What are the must-have products for the holiday season or any time of year?
Right. Well, the newest member of the team is our beautiful rhinestone bucket, which carries with it our amazing skincare brushes. Now, you look at these and you say, well, they look like makeup brushes. Well, they are not makeup brushes. And what they do with the various skincare products that you use is it really helps to penetrate, revitalize, and rejuvenate to an extent that you won't even believe it could. Maybe there's one brush that you use, during the day, when you're on, before you go to work. But these are 4 brushes, all for different uses. One's for your neck, this huge kabuki fan brush. This is your all-around brush for whenever you're using skincare products. I took a survey to find out what people like best, and people seem to like these flat brushes for putting on masks. So you're going vertically and horizontally. So they like that one. And of course, there's the spot brush for under your eyes and for those specific spots that you want to get rid of. So that's the fun kind of product, any age, any sex. The guys love this. Then we have Moisture Around the Clock. Moisture Around the Clock are 2 moisturizers, which is all you need, which is basically all I use for your skincare. One is called One and Done. It's moisturizer, SPF 30, and primer. So you put it on, you cleanse your face, you put it on, and you're out the door. You ladies are very busy with your schedules, with here, with there. You don't have time for 5-step routine. You don't even have time to learn a 5-step routine.
Yes.
So something like that is great. And then at night, cleanse and tone with a soft immersion moisturizer. In the morning, you won't even recognize yourself. Your skin will be so supple. I am my best advertisement. I am 69 years old and I use Gleam. No work.
I love that. And the brushes feel very luxury. I always use my hands for skincare, but I'm like, wait a minute, let's use a little brush, a little under eye, spot treatment. That's going to give a very elevated experience.
Yeah.
But real quick, what would you say sets Gleam apart from all the others? Because you are definitely selling it for me today. And I want to know, how do you stand out from all the other skincare brands?
Well, 99% of the skincare brands out there use water as the base. That means it's the solvent that carries the ingredients in. We at Gleam Beauty use organic aloe vera. Most of you know aloe vera as an anti-inflammatory, for burns and cuts. Well, aloe vera and inflammation, or I should say an anti-inflammatory, will help with all inflammation, which is the source of most skincare issues. So, eczema, psoriasis, et cetera, not to mention aloe vera motivates collagen and elastin, and aloe vera itself has 75 vitamins, amino acids, enzymes, etc. People, I call it pharmacy in a drop.
Yeah, I love aloe vera.
Okay. Yes.
That is a big difference. Yes, that really does set you apart because I've never heard that before. So fantastic. Yes. Well, Marlene, get your Gleam on. Okay. We are just so thankful for you being here today and for the products that you sent. Truly, I'm so excited to try them. And I have to ask, what is the best way for people to connect with you and shop? Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, let's start with shopping, but because I forgot to say, Connect 20 will get you a 20% discount on gleambeauty.com, which is really where we sell our products, basically. So it's gleambeauty.com, Connect 20. And in terms of communicating with me, I'd love to hear your business ideas or your skin problems at gleam_beauty, which is my Instagram handle. And I answer questions at 7 a.m. in the morning. So if you don't like that, don't write.
Thank you so much. I know for me, that one and done sounds like literally a must have, because you're so right. We get so busy knowing all those steps. So you just hit it out the ballpark. And let me just add also that I love that you shared that you're excited. Can we not miss that part? We get so focused on business. You're like, I love that. I'm making things. I'm living my dream. Right. Being able to use your gift to monetize your passion. So just thank you so much for all the business tips. Thank you so much for the skincare tips. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such a joy to share all this with you, ladies.
Thank you so much. So don't move, DMV. We are sharing our own business strategies that we are tapping into as we push out into the end of 2023 and head forward with momentum into 2024. We'll be right back. So welcome back, DMV. Thank you for spending your weekend with us with the Connect Network TV, Major Impact. So ladies, as we are saying goodbye to 2023 and close out the year strong, I'm excited to talk some business and the year strategies with you. So let me start by asking, what is no longer working in 2023 and what are we deep diving into for 2024? What are your thoughts?
My first thing,
we're like, let's go.
Because I've been thinking about this in my own business. I'm about to eliminate some offers. I think 2024, we are going to streamline. We are going to offer, maybe 1-2 core things, and that's it. Because I don't know, Nikki, when she said drop the podcast if you're not being consistent, that kind of struck a bell with me too. And I was thinking about doing that anyway. So I might get rid of some content streams and some offers.
I think that's really good. I totally agree. I think that, content is changing. I think that the market is changing. Whereas before it was like, have everything. And now I think it's really important to just be a little more specialized and, focus on 1 or 2 really good things, so I totally agree with that.
And I agree with having processes and procedures like in the back end, like, for me and for some of us, when we want to speak and do live events, that means our back end stuff needs to be on autopilot. So let's talk about having things on autopilot for passive income. So you out there, so we can actually be free. Come on, somebody, to do the thing that we love. So I love it.
Yep, I love that. Those are all great tips, ladies. Good job. I also love some of Nikki's tips she mentioned today about making money online. What tips do you guys have for our viewers on how to get paid and tap into that online cash flow?
Well, I would definitely say that content is king. I think it's also very important, if it's a platform that makes sense to you, to leverage YouTube. I think that as we're building deeper communities where you might want to have more longer conversations than just a 1 minute, Instagram reel, if it makes sense, YouTube is a great place. And I also think having, a small offer, whether you're selling skincare, whether you're selling a class, whether you're selling clothes, content is the key to sell those products, and the more content you create, the more you're going to sell. So I firmly believe that.
So YouTube is my love. And let me tell you, it's because you have to also know who your demographic is, who your audience is, who do you serve. So a lot of our audience is actually searching how to build business credit, how to start a business, how to retire early. I literally just did a whole masterclass on how to make $100,000 online with social media. So piggybacking on what you said, Ellie, is having a product or service for them to actually invest in, not necessarily waiting for the platform to actually pay you, but actually having an ebook, a masterclass, a downloadable PDF, a calendar, something of that nature. You literally can make it multiple six-figure streams with social media.
Yeah, period. So one thing we should also talk about is, our systems and strategy. So what's keeping your business in flow? What are you focusing on for the new year, and what kind of systems do you swear by?
So look, I swear by AI now. My virtual assistant and using AI has literally cut our time in half. And so if you are somebody has podcasts, has live Zooms, has workshops, even if you have one-on-one sessions, just incorporating 1 or 2 AI things into your business. Nobody's saying jump into everything, can literally cut your time in half and help you attract the people that you need to serve and help. So AI, passive income, and then doing the thing that you love.
Yes, but Ellie, that was a good one. I really spent all of 2023 working on my systems and building my team. And I think next year we're just going to take it to the next level. So I also recommend a project management tool. I personally use ClickUp, but there's Asana out there. There's Notion and so many other tools where you can just track what you're doing. And the reason I think this is important is because it not only lets me know how much my team is actually working on, but also what did we do the most of, because I'm going to double down on that in 2024.
Yes, I agree. I think it's important to look at what worked this year. And honestly, I know one of my decisions has been looking at what worked, what was the top 3 most successful either launches or products, and do that again. Let everything else go and just focus on what gave you the best result. Because we spend a lot of our time as business owners trying to do everything. But if something has already shown to you that this is what's working, you got to do more of that. That's where the money is.
You better go ahead, Ellie. Look, rinse it. It works. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Master it, rinse and repeat. So, ladies, I love all of these tips. You guys, look, give super valuable information. So, unfortunately, this is all the time we have for today. So, in the meantime, you can watch past episodes Netflix style on our website, theconnectnetworktv.com. And we will see you next Saturday.
Bye, guys.